Most rappers have a ceiling, a limit to their reach. Even the biggest musicians, billions of streams, sold out stadiums, viral moments, they all exist within a defined space. But then there's Playboi Carti. Playboi Carti has some of the most dedicated fans in all of music. They will defend him no matter what, worship every snippet, and act like he's the second coming of music itself. To outsiders, this looks insane, but what if I told you that being delusional is actually the key to his success? It's your boy Juma, and this is why Playboi Carti fans are fucking delusional. First things first, Carti's fan base isn't just dedicated, it's really like a cult. And I mean that in the best way possible. The moment you become a Carti fan, you're not just listening to music, you're joining a movement. With the aesthetic, the slang, the energy, it's all part of the lore. And if you don't get it, well guess what buddy, you ain't tapped in like the rest of us. Here's the thing, every legendary artist has had a delusional fan base. Kanye, his fans were convinced he was a genius even before the world caught on. Lil Uzi, his fans turned him into a superstar off leaks alone. And Carti, his fans are willing to wait years for an album with no details, no promotions, countless lies, just pure faith, a hope, and a dream. That kind of support turns an artist into an icon. And Carti's a marketing genius because he knows exactly how to keep his fans desperate for more. He moves in silence, disappears for months, and drops just enough to keep the hype alive.
Please, sir, I want some more.
What?
And his fans, they gobble that shit up. Every deleted Instagram post becomes a theory, every snippet is the best song ever, until the next one drops. It's a cycle that keeps him relevant without even having to try. And Carti fans live for snippets. In fact, they will listen to a 15-second song, with the quality being fucking ass, and swear it's the hardest song of the year. And then when the actual album drops, it's called mid by the masses, until a few months later when everyone suddenly loves it. This is exactly what happened in the case of Whole Lotta Red and Die Lit. And right now, with his recent release of music, we're starting to see the same kind of patterns play itself again. Some fans are calling it his best work yet, while others are scratching their heads wondering if they've been scammed by Playboi Carti and Swamp Izzo.
Do not read in the dark!
The production is wild. The vocals are even more unhinged than ever before.
I just wait, he says, my jelly keys, peace, yeah, baby.
But give it a few months and history tells us that the same people calling it trash right now will be calling it ahead of its time by the end of the year. It's the Carti cycle in full effect. On my first listen of I Am Music, I was really not fucking with it. With all the ragey kind of bullshit tracks, it was not my cup of tea. As time ran its course and I let the album marinate a little, giving it a few more listens, it honestly grew on me a lot. Of course, there's a couple songs like Pop Out, Cocaine Nose, really not a fan of. Don't think I will be, but for the most part the album really ended up growing on me, and now it's a daily listen. Whether I'm in the gym or at home chilling, I feel like there's a song on there that will match my vibe nonetheless. And ever since this album, I feel like I've developed a tick saying "Sia." I feel like every 10 minutes I'm itching to say that shit. And honestly, that new Carti voice is fucking addictive as well.
Shawty, I'm built like baby, she ain't believe me. All these honeys, them fucked up my thumbs. I'm trying to beat that pussy, yeah, trying to make that pussy where swat is out.
Oh, what the fuck am I doing, bruh? Some songs on there I just will not get down with, but for the most part, honestly, I really like the album, and I'd give it a solid 8 out of 10. Was it worth 5 fucking years? Hell no. But hey man, this is all we getting from Carti for the foreseeable future, so it's best we enjoy it for what it is and try to milk it as much as we can, cause be prepared for another drought, y'all. I know Carti was recently teasing that he's dropping another album. Honestly, I think it's a whole lot of cap, and if you believe that he's dropping, well guess what? The joke's on you. The amount of times that Playboi Carti has lied to us, as the saying goes, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Guess what? I ain't getting fooled again, Carti. I'ma have to be 7 tracks deep into a fucking album for me to actually comprehend that he has actually dropped. Because through all the lies, time and time again, his word does not mean very much to me. But here's where the delusion actually works. The live performances. When Carti finally does come outside, the energy at his shows are fucking insane. That energy alone makes you want to believe in the music, even if you didn't like it at first. Mind you, a lot of the tracks on the album were intended to be listened to at concerts, to rage to and whatnot. Not so much of like a 2 a.m. late night vibe. So yeah, Carti fans are in fact fucking delusional, but that's exactly why he's still relevant in hip hop today. It simply works for him, and without that crazy belief, he wouldn't have the same impact. And honestly, every artist wishes they had fans as dedicated as Playboi Carti's. So whether you love him or hate him, one thing's for sure, Carti's fan base isn't going anywhere. But I do want to know what you think. Are Carti's fans the most delusional in music, pushing a heap of garbage on us? Or are they just ahead of the curve? Let me know what you think down in the comments, but I appreciate you sticking around. If you've made it this far, please consider subscribing, as well as check out my previous video here. Without further ado, y'all, it's your boy Juma. Peace.